Well, g'day. So today's exciting drawing is 50 Cent. You know that like uber cool mega rapper? Yeah, hold on, I'll get it. 1 second. Okay, here we go. 50 Cent. I don't see it too much because you've got to wait until the end. So this drawing actually evolved in a pretty cool way. I decided, as always, I was gonna throw down some paint first of all. So had my A2 canvas, literally sprayed it with paint, and while I was doing that I thought, hey, it could be a good idea for like an American flag. So I got my reds, my whites and blues, put it onto the background. It looked very cool. There was a cool sort of American vibe going. So then I thought, what's the coolest place in America? New York. What's a cool place in New York? Queens. Who's from Queens? Who's a rapper? Because I sort of like wanted to draw some sort of rapper person. Just like that, we got 50.
Go shorty, it's your birthday. We gon' party like it's your birthday. We gon' sip Bacardi like it's your birthday. And you know we don't give up, it's not your birthday. Party in the club, it's your birthday. We gon' party like it's your birthday. We gon' sip
Yeah, we had to go with 50 Cent because he is one of the coolest. We love Nas, we love Biggie, we love Tupac, we love Eminem. We love all the old school rappers. There's no school like the old school. And I'm the headmaster. Oof. The same applies to 50 Cent as it does for everyone else. You need to pick an image that people will associate with 50. So pretty much Google search, type it in, find an image which people most associate with 50 Cent. So it'll be one of the top ones there as usual. Pick your image. This particular image I went for is pretty cool because it's quite dark, so there's a lot of dark around him and then a lot of highlights. So when I find my image, normally I bring that to my iPad and then that's when I start drawing it onto the page. So I've got my iPad here, checking out the image, and then I'll literally draw like a pencil outline onto the page. This is what the pencil outline looks like. You don't want to go into too much detail at this stage, because if you go into too much detail, then when you're putting it through the carbon paper, it just gets a little bit hard to see. So you're better literally just finding the outline of that, and when that's on, you get the carbon paper behind it, and then you plant it down onto your canvas page, your background when it's dry, and then literally go over that. Go over quite heavy, not too much to wreck the paper behind it, but enough to get the imprint on it. And when you've done that, you're left with an amazing outline of 50 Cent onto your background. With this then, we wanted to build up the base paint, base colors behind it. So with 50, from looking at the page, yeah, there was a lot of highlights and a lot of lowlights. Pretty much a black and white picture, to be honest. There was not much color in it. So with that, I wanted to bring the hat color, because the way it had positioned his Yankees hat was it showed sort of through to the cap or to the flag behind. So it was the reds, the whites and the blues, just you could see that. So I didn't actually want to go over that hat, which was black in the original image. So I wanted just to keep that a bit there so that the colors came through. Built up the other colors, put on the lowlights as always, then added the highlights. With this image, as I said, the highlights were massively there. So his cheekbones were highlighted, his forehead, his nose, his lips. So there was a lot of white on that drawing. So when we brought that up, the drawing looked completely like overexposed. This, my friends, is the fun bit. Sorry, I always say that. It's maybe the whole drawing's fun. Yeah, the whole drawing's fun. Not this particular bit, but this bit was good. So this is where you come with your fine liner detail, and you literally get that pen and you go around and you darken it all down. I did want the image to stay, well, I did want my piece to stay reasonably true to the image, so I wanted to really darken it down. So where I brought it up loads of white, and then let's see, we did my scratchy style, brought the darkness down, and the image ended up turning out absolutely belter. So from there, yeah, the only thing left to do was to add the cool thing. So with New York, you will have seen them all the time. You know the t-shirts, I heart NY. Yes, it's a notorious thing. You'll see them loads in New York, and I couldn't resist not putting that on. As I said, 50 Cent's from Queens, so New York's a big thing for him. So I wanted to have the I heart NY. So I masked off my drawing because I didn't want to cover that in paint after I spent all that time on it. And then I had cut out a stencil of I heart NY with the stencil and sprayed it all in white first, then came through with the red for the heart. And that, my friends, is a wrap. That is 50 Cent on a page. The final thing looks like so. So we got the A2 size here. your American flag coming through the back. As I said, on the hat, I wanted to keep the sort of hat almost transparent so that we could see through it. Usual scratchy style, and just to finish it off, the I Heart NY. So I'm pretty chuffed with that one as well. It looks good. Let me know what you think in the comments below. There was quite a bit of effort went into that one. I want to see you do the same, please, because that would be cool. I love to see people replicate it because, yeah, that's what art's about. It's about sharing and showing each other what you can create and then using your imagination. But yep, have an amazing one. Usual drill, like, subscribe. Yeah.